timer. I am a straight up superhero right now. I got my body armor, I got my Kevlar helmet, and now I've got a Kevlar mask. I am a straight up invincible human being right now. Nothing can defeat me.
Well, yeah, that's good and all. But what about your eye holes?
What? That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Nothing's getting through these tiny little eye holes. Are you kidding me? What are the chances of that?
Well, obviously, you've never heard of pocket sand.
Ah, ah, my eyes! What the heck was that?
Why would you do that? I got in my contacts and everything.
Oh, it's muddy. It's muddy. Ugh. What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and today we're going to have some fun with some bulletproof masks.
You know, these things have been around for a very long time, and I've wanted to try them out for quite a while. They're rated up to 44 Magnum, and there's two reasons I want to test these out. First of all, what kind of energy transfer are you going to get delivered to your face if this thing gets hit with a speeding bullet? And two, I have some very unique firearms that I want to try out against these, and today we're going to do just that. So today we have a Ballistic Dummy Lab zombie bust. This thing is zombified with green blood. I will be placing our armored mask on it. And today we have several different firearms that we're going to test out against this mask, see if we can penetrate it and what kind of energy transfer we get to that zombie's face bones. Today we are going to start out with shotguns, and I'm going to start with a 12-gauge shotgun, and this is a rather unique 12-gauge shotgun. This is a Cobra Terminator. It has a very unique design and works in a very interesting way. So first of all, you've got to hit these two little buttons here to extend your stock. Then you push this little thing, your bolt goes forward. Then you load your round in right here. Then when you pull the trigger, it slams the shell into a firing pin that is located back here. And that is what causes the gun to go off. It's sketchy, and I like it. All right, I'm gonna start out with 12 gauge, 2 3/4 inch birdshot. The only problem with this shotgun is sometimes it's not very reliable, so we'll see if it goes off. Okie dokie, here we go. That thing hits different, it really does. Well, we had a good hit. My goodness, that's quite a few pellets that hit this mask. I wonder if some of them made it through the eye holes. Yep, you got hit right in the eye, right there, and there, and there, and there. One pellet, you may be okay, but multiple pellets, not looking too good. I don't feel like he took a lot of force to the face, but that's the least of his worries. Now we have 12 gauge, 2 3/4 inch double-aught buck. Take our safety off. Can load our round in there. Here we go. This thing's actually a lot of fun to shoot. It's looking like shotguns versus bulletproof mask. Shotguns are really, letting it have it. Let's take a look. So from what I'm seeing here, we have several hits on this mask. We had one nick the side, but I do not believe we had any make it through the mask. Now, I believe one did make it through the eye hole, because we've got a hole right there, and we've got a hole through the back. But as for the mask, it looks like it held up pretty well, but you can see our nose is kind of smashed in. So you definitely probably would have had a broken nose, and I'm not really sure what's going on here in his mouth. I'm wondering if it broke his teeth. Are you feeling buried under credit card bills, personal loans, or medical debt? It's like your money is working harder for your lenders than it is for you, but it doesn't have to be that way with today's sponsor, PDS Debt. If you're making your payments every month on your debt and your balances aren't going down, well, PDS Debt has a solution for you. Everyone with $10,000 or more in eligible debt qualifies, and there's no minimum credit score required. Bad and fair credit are accepted. I'm getting too old for that. Make this the year you take control of your debt. Get a free debt analysis right now by swinging over to pdsdebt.com/KYB. Again, a big thank you to PDS Debt for sponsoring today's video. If you want to check them out, again, it is pdsdebt.com/KYB, and it only takes 30 seconds. Link in the description down below. Now, let's get back to it. So when it comes to shotguns, 12 gauge is cool and all, but my favorite shotgun is a 10 gauge shotgun, and this is probably my favorite 10 gauge shotgun. This is a single shot suppressed 10 gauge shotgun. This is the only 10 gauge suppressor in the entire world. Big shout out to JK Armament and Silencer Shop for making that possible. Now I'm going to be loaded up with a 10 gauge turkey load that's 3.5 inches long, and that's number 4 shot, moving at 1,200 feet per second. If the 12 gauge bird shot did that much damage, this should be pretty devastating. But you know what else is devastating? The fact that we have not hit 5 million subscribers yet. Have you hit that subscribe button? Just do it! This is gonna be bad. All right, here we go. Oh, okay. Yep. I don't think you'd want to be wearing that mask right now. He definitely felt that. I mean, lifted it up and knocked him to the back of the table. We have a lot of pellet holes on the front of this mask. But again, I mean, I don't expect any of them to make it through. It's warm. And yeah, he's not looking too bad. Well, yeah, we got some pellets here. You can see they made it through the eye holes, I guess, and went down the side. Yep, we got one in there right there. So it seems like oh yeah, there's several in there. It seems like the biggest flaw with this mask is the eye holes. I feel like you need some bulletproof glass or something in there. So now we're gonna hit him one more time with the suppressed 10 gauge, but this time we're gonna use 10 gauge, 3.5 inch double-aught buck. Just for reference, this is 12 gauge double-aught buck. That's 2 3/4 inch, and this has 9 pellets. And then here is 10 gauge, 3.5 inch double-aught buck, and that has 18 pellets. Wouldn't want to be that guy right now. Here we go. Oh, that's not good. Blew his whole mask off. Shoo. We have several new hits. And again, this guy, he's not looking awful, but he's definitely getting a lot of that energy delivered right to his face. Doesn't look like I have any new holes out the back. So he may have lucked out and not got hit in the eye hole that time. So those shotguns did a lot more damage to our mask and our zombie bust than I expected. So before we move on to pistols, I'm gonna go ahead and swap these out. The skull is actually cracked on this one from that last shot with the 10 gauge. Now we have our new zombie bust. He is slightly damaged. The ride out here was a little rough and he didn't wear a seatbelt. But you know, before we move on to some other firearms, I am kind of curious. What happens if this mask gets hit with something, I don't know, that's not a firearm, like maybe a fireman's axe? Stop, drop, and roll! Oh. I don't think it really matters what part of that axe he got hit with. His whole face is green now. So I'm guessing that pretty much, yeah, that broke everything in there. Definitely did not penetrate the mask. But yeah, that wouldn't feel very good. That was quite a bit of damage, but I still need to see what would happen if, you know, we hit it with the spike. Ah! Oh! It did stop it though. Look at that. It stopped it. That was bad. Moving on. So this thing is mostly rated for handguns, and that's what we're going to move on to next. Now, naturally, we would start out with 9mm, and we are going to start out with 9mm, just in a different way. This is a Glock 31 chambered in 357 SIG. So that is a 9mm bullet that is in a necked 40mm case, and together it creates the mythical round known as the 357 SIG. It is a hot little round, and I think it's going to do quite a bit of damage to that mask. Let's see if we can get it right in the forehead. Whoa! Well, looks like I aimed a little too high, but we still had a good hit. Hit right there, and it does appear that it really damaged that mask. Ooh. Yeah, so we got some remnants of it here. That's actually pieces of this lodged in here. But I do believe that it stopped that round well. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. That looks like that went through. Oh. We may need to hit it one more time. All right, aiming lower this time. Here we go. That was a good hit. I don't think you could do much better than that. Did it go through? Ooh, golly, man, I don't know. No exit hole. Man, you would have felt that. I mean, it got popped right in the forehead here. No cracked skull though. You'd definitely be bruised and probably knocked out, but no hole. So up next, we're gonna hit this mask with 45 ACP, but I don't think one round is enough. So I brought out my APF dueler. This is a double barrel 1911, and I'm loaded up with 2 rounds of 45 ACP. Woo! 90 ACP coming at you. Okay, you know, I couldn't remember if this thing shoots low or high. It's looking like it shoots low. Let's try again, shall we? I think we hit him at least once. Gosh, I hit him in the eye, didn't I? Oh, no. Okay. You know, this would be my luck if I was wearing this. It appears from the amount of drainage that he has going on. For one, he probably has a sinus infection. And two, pretty sure he got hit in the eye hole. Here is one of the bullets. So I guess it stopped in the mask and hit the table. The other one, yep. Right there in the eyebrow. And it does not appear that it went out the back. Boy, he is really leaking, isn't he? So there's our other hit right there. So it looks like that round went in here and hit the Kevlar, and then it bounced out onto the table. So even that looks like it probably would have broken your nose. That double barrel 1911 is nothing to shake a stick at. So up next, I have yet another 1911. This is my super duper long slide 1911. This guy has a 16-inch barrel, and it is chambered in 460 Rowland. This thing has an Underwood ammo, 230 grain jacketed hollow point, and it's not going to be good for that zombie bust. Okay, where should I go? How about his nose? couldn't help myself. This thing is a ton of fun. Let's check out our mask. I was aiming for his nose. Looks like we were close enough. We hit right there. Jeez. Okay. So it does not look like we made it through the mask. You would definitely want to have some dental insurance. This busted up his mouth pretty bad. He's actually missing some teeth now. Huh? What's that? Okay. He wants me to tell you, if you're looking to get your start in firearms technology or gunsmithing, you need to check out Sonoran Desert Institute. There's a link in the description down below. Up next, we have yet another unique round. This is a Glock 50 cal, and this thing is chambered in 50 GI. This is a short, fat little round. I will be very curious to see if this makes it through the mask. Didn't jam once. That's pretty cool. All right, let's take a look at our mask. He got hit in his chinny chin, and oh, okay. Well, looks like that mask did stop the round, but it kind of deflected, and I can see it. It hit right there and then deflected into his neck. I don't know if you can see it, but it's pretty deep in there. And I can tell you from personal experience, getting hit in the neck is not good. So now we are gonna blast this mask with a Desert Eagle chambered in 50 AE. This is my American flag Cerakote Desert Eagle made by Magnum Research. And I'm loaded up with some Underwood ammo, 300 grain 50 AE. You just got jammed. Even with the jam, still a ton of fun. Got hit right below the eye. I mean, just below the eye hole. And I can see the bullet. If you look right through the eye hole, you can see that bullet sitting in there. I'm guessing his face is probably pretty, oh! His face is really messed up. You definitely need a good plastic surgeon. Holy cow, look at that. Golly, man. The good news is it stopped the bullet, right? So that's good. It is tucked in there really deep, but man, look at all of that bulge. Pry it out of there. It's not that hot. There's the bullet. So it did stop it. It stopped the 50 AE. That's pretty good, but golly, definitely could not stop that energy. If you thought a Desert Eagle chambered in 50 AE was as big as we're going today, well, you're obviously not subscribed to the channel. Up next, I have a Noreen handheld 50 BMG. This thing is absolutely ridiculous, and I'll be loaded up with a Hornady 750 grain 50 BMG A-Max. Time to clear out my sinuses. Okie dokie. Here we go. Oh, see if I can hit this guy. Oh my gosh. Every time I shoot this thing, it's an absolute wild ride. Holy cow. It really did make my nose run. Well, I would say we definitely had a good hit. I can already tell you, That over there is part of the mask on the berm. We hit right there, just right below that eye in the cheek, and we're missing part of our mask. We're missing a big portion of it. This guy here, I'm gonna say that's probably not survivable. Not good. If you encounter a zombie with a bulletproof mask on, you're still okay if you have a 50 BMG handheld firearm. Let's go check over here on the berm. Wade through all this mud here. Absolutely lovely. Okay. Dude. All right. So I used a Hornady AMAX. That is a lead 50 BMG. It does not have a hard core. I was hoping that it would go through the mask and then expand in the zombie bust. But something else happened. It appears that this Kevlar actually managed to catch a lot of that Hornady AMAX round. That lead bullet broke up and it caught it and then ripped the entire mask through the zombie bust. Look at that. Holy cow. Okay, I was mistaken. It did not catch some of the bullet. It looks like it caught all of the bullet. That thing caught a 50 BMG. Holy cow. Look at that. That is nuts. It is still really warm too. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not see that one coming. I thought for sure, even though this was a lead round, it would make it through that mask because it's only rated up to 44 Magnum. And even though the Kevlar did stop this, it didn't actually stop it. It just took the mask with it. That's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure and give it a like and hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to check me out on all other social media platforms. Links to those can be found in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics, and I'll see you next time.